The next question is from Andra via an email, or Andra. Neville Goddard's ladder exercise, pretending and free will.
Originally, this was 2 little questions, but I broke it into 3. You'll see why shortly.
Nice.
All right.
Hi, TT.
Yo,
I have a few questions.
this is excellent.
Taking into account the ladder experiment, where you need to say it out loud, you won't climb, I assume that's a ladder, and see all over the place, that you won't do that.
Say all over the place.
And say all over the place that you won't do that. So saying it with conviction. I understand that even if during the day you have the conviction that your desire won't happen, if you do it at night, it will eventually come into your reality.
Cool. My guess is that you've resided on groups like Anything But Neville Goddard Teachings.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the ladder exercise to me.
Or Reddit or something like that. And I'm pointing this out for a reason. There is so much dumb shit out there that you get to sort through until you're done sorting through it. Neville Goddard, the Neville Goddard ladder exercise, brought to you by E.O. Locker Jr., who says a lot of shit that doesn't jive. So just to be clear, there's a lot of people out there, even people that met Neville and were in Neville's book, that don't have very good memories or never don't have good understandings at this point. Because, and I've issued this challenge to at least 100 people. Find me a Neville lecture where he says to do that. And they all say, well, somewhere's he said it. All right. So far, no one has found the lecture for me. I've got them all. I've probably listened to or read them all, right? Or at least 1 or 2. But I've never come across that. So that whole ladder exercise thing, some fat guy that got arrested for pedophilia, right? Who, is probably 40 years after he worked with Neville's stuff, apparently has a faulty memory. Because he also says, Neville says, anyone who charges for this is a fake. Well, guess what? Neville charged money. If you go to the lecture God's Purpose and you listen to that, Neville charged money like Tony Robbins, right? Neville made some damn good fucking money, right? And for the people that go, I don't believe him anymore because he made money, well, what do you want to do? Well, I want to manifest money, right? People are just fucking loopy. So this whole thing right there, I like that you brought this up and that it's confusing because it's not Neville.
It's very confusing.
It's very confusing.
I thought the ladder exercise was all about the way we feel it real.
Right. So Neville's ladder exercise is about not making a movie. It's about touching the ladder.
Yeah, being there.
No yakking about it. No walking around saying, I will not touch a ladder. I will not see a ladder. I will not. No, it's not about words. So you can ditch all that. That's not Neville, right? And I set it up like that because what comes is the same. You get to just notice anything that implies that anything other than your imaginal act is cause. I'd walk away from that. So walking around saying something with conviction, fuck man, that's not Neville.
And during the night rather than the day, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, what time of day? It's just, it gets really whacked. So wherever you're hanging out, here's my suggestion. Law of Attraction by Neville Goddard. Hang out there. I can guarantee what there is good because it's my group. I had a lady today. She got all pissy about like, what are you doing here?
To you?
Yeah, because she said she has something in a post. She said, how old are you? To some, I guess the people commenting. And I wrote, I'm 54. How about you, kind of thing. And she got mad because I answered and then left. And it's like, what are you doing here? It's like, it's my fucking group, right? I got lovely people running it, but it's my fucking group, right? And because it's mine, you will not find the ladder exercise, batshit crazy stuff. Well, never said that your special person doesn't really exist. No, never didn't say that. Never Goddard. But let's get to number 2. We're gonna do a special show. It's the Never Goddard show.
Yeah, we have to do. I think we've done one.
Oh, we Never Goddard showed up once or twice.
Yeah, but we'll have to do a show
Never
around
Goddard show.
The
Never Goddard said
Goddard
you can
show.
Always manifest your special person on a Friday.
Yeah.
Gotta be on a Friday.
So that was question 1. Question 2.
This is good.
So, should we pretend all day that we already have that thing? Like, if you want to be married, should you pretend to be married? Or, despite your reality and feeling, it is going to happen because in your inner state, you already have your wish fulfilled.
Cool. So this goes back to Anthony's earlier question, right?
Anonymous.
So, anonymous.
Anthony.
Anthony, yeah. So,
Yes.
before we had puppies, right? I didn't go to the store and buy puppy treats. I didn't go to the dog park and
walk a lead when you went on a walk.
Yeah, I didn't drag an empty lead.
Yeah.
I didn't throw a ball and go
And wait for him to bring it back.
Imagine that. So I go to the dog park and I throw the ball. And of course, the hot chick or the gay guy comes over because, there's just me standing there, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? It says, my dog's stupid. And then I get to, all right, your dog's stupid? Yeah, he won't get the fucking ball. So, where's your dog? He's right there. Right? He's the good-looking one, not like your ugly dog.
Yep, got you.
Hold on, he just took a shit. Right?
So we don't pretend.
Yeah, we don't pretend, right?
No.
Going back to the earlier one, do something, do nothing. Give that a peek on freeneville.com. Just type the word do something in the search box and it'll pop up. This whole thing about what do you actually do? If you're actually in state, let's say you're imagining being married, being happily married, and you find yourself going, God damn, I want to take a pottery class. And you take a pottery class and you sit down and you look over and it's like, whoa, and the next thing you know, we made a pottery class. Damn. Both of us only took 2.5 classes each. It's like if two pairs of twins each had 2 pairs of pairs, how many pairs were there? But none of that matters because the howls don't matter.
Have you got my clicker?
I got my clicker.
Right, yeah.
This is why we don't.
2 pairs of pairs, yeah.
Yeah,
keep
right.
going.
Anyway, the howls don't matter. And that's the thing, because if you actually nail your state, you'll go to where you got to go, you'll do what you got to do, and you won't even know you're doing it, probably. And suddenly it's like, oh, I met my soulmate, and we're now married. So her name is Monica.
Yeah.
Soulmate. All right. So,
Okay.
I will continue with number 3, because this is good. Notice how good these questions are? Because, again, we're getting rid of this stuff that's not Neville. Never Goddard said pretend all the time. Now, Neville didn't say pretend.
Yeah.
When you walk as though your wish were fulfilled, you find yourself doing what you need to do. Right? Boom. But let us continue.
And the third question is, I was always wondering, it is said the person you want to attract doesn't have free will. Oh, here we go.
This is definitely the anything but Neville Goddard teachings.
Read it, yeah. Okay.
And read it.
But if he knows the same rule of this law, and if he is God, and he creates what he wants, and that one is not you, and you are God, and you attract... Oh, my God. Oh, please, I'm sorry.
It gets really weird,
Andra,
doesn't it? Right?
Anyway, and you are God, and you attract him. How are things going to work out?
Victoria told me one day that she actually imagined having someone to share this with. Right? But she also had, who would?
I did
Yeah.
have that big in the background.
Yeah, cool. I had been imagining probably around the same time of feeling at home. Right? Where I was in the world, I didn't feel at home. Right? And lo and behold, we bumped into each other. Boom. Lo and behold, we're still here playing.
Boom.
Right?
Yeah.
I want you to get how cool this is because this goes back to yesterday's show. Make sure you watch that. This whole thing of it's all you pushed out. This is why Neville taught. You want to be happily married? You imagine what it's like to be happily married. Neville makes some suggestions. Feel a ring on your finger. If you're a guy, feel the added responsibility. I'm married now. I'm responsible. Right? You get to notice these things.
Yeah.
And if you move into the state of happily married, you will either meet your soulmate or you'll find out that you already know someone and you all come together. Or what happens will happen. But the cool thing is there's no such thing as, well, if they don't know the law, will I take over their mind? Or if they do know the law and I know the law and we're both imagining being with different people, does that mean we become Mormons and we all marry each other? Yeah.
I know. It just
gets
starts
whack.
sounding a bit weird. And if he's God and he creates what he wants and that's not you. And it's
Unless
just
there's a multiverse
whoa.
and fractions within the multiverse, and it just gets whacked versus right, I'm imagining being a happy, loving husband. I'm imagining being at home. I'm imagining a business, a lifestyle, something or another. And guess what? Fuck.
We bumped in
Boom.
to each other.
We bumped into each other. And now we're still bumping into each other. Sometimes we even grind into each other. But that's another thing. Bumpage and grindage. Everyone write it down. Bumpage and grindage.
Okay.
I muffled that
Excellent.
one. Oh, dear.
Excellent. So
much
thank
better.
you, Andra. Or Andra. That was great to get your questions.
Sizzle says, Mormons still have lots of wives. My dad is 7. Whoa, sizzle.
Whoa!
Sizzle. That's a lot of fry pans on the oven. It's a lot of fry pans
What do you say?
on the
Mormons
stove.
what? Still have...
Multiple wives. His dad is 7.
Wow! Do you have 7 mums? Maybe only one mum and the others are like...
I got to tell
all
you.
stepmums. I don't know.
Your dad is the man. I want to know how many almonds he eats a day. Next.
Okay.
All right.